Hello, welcome to Fantasy Premier League. He's on my bench. My name is Rezo.
My name is Umar.
My name is Tim.
Right, so this video we are doing week 1 players of the week. That doesn't necessarily mean they score the most points. It's just players who performed well and who we think will go on to perform just as well, if not better, in the next coming game weeks.
And there were quite a few of them this week.
Yeah, man, people just stood out.
Some unlikely ones, like your lead players, didn't expect them.
Yeah, where have they come from? Like, what right do they have doing
Bielsa doing his magic again.
Sitting on that little...
on the little bucket in his magic bucket.
Two shell thing.
Yeah, all the way. Alright, I'll get started and I'm doing attackers. So, the players that I've highlighted are Jimenez, Werner, DCL, and Callum Wilson. Now, Timo Werner didn't score. However, he was looking sharp. Super sharp, and he did win the penalty for Chelsea. Jimenez scored a worldie. I bag those every 2 or 3 weeks as well. It's just nice seeing somebody on the Premier League stage do it, you know what I'm saying? You've got DCL. Listen, you can't be better in the air than you are with your feet. You're a striker, big man.
Sort out your feet, DCL.
Doesn't matter. Gets points.
Yeah, he does get points.
You see these little cone drills, fam?
He needs to get
I'll link you some
them.
YouTube videos. You'll be out, bro. You'll be out.
Some good ones out there.
Trust me. Who else have we got? And then we have Callum Wilson. Live. I've always liked him. I've always rated him for England. I think he'd be perfect for England. Get Harry Kane out. Get Callum Wilson in. You heard it here first on Fantasy Premier League. He's on my bench. I think he will do very well playing off Andy Carroll or whoever it is. Whether they play him alongside or whether they play him on his own.
Bournemouth just went flat last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, he needed a new spot.
I think that was it from the strikers who really stood out.
So I'm going to talk about the defenders. The man that stood out this week was Reece James. He's got an absolute blockbuster.
Bang, bang, bang.
25 yards out, pinged it, top corner.
Outrageous.
Absolutely outrageous. Obviously, he's not going to do that every week, but...
Imagine though.
Yeah. So it was interesting. Lampard said in the post-match interview that he does that in training, and they're encouraging him to get into those kind of positions. So, looks like he's going to take more long shots. Whether they'll go in like that again, probably not. But let's see. Yeah, his delivery also looked good, and he took some corners. So Reece James definitely one to look out for. A couple others, some big centre backs out there. A couple scored goals. So you got Gabriel, a massive header. They look quite solid at the back.
He's a big guy, fam.
Big guy. They're saying he's a Brazilian Van Dijk. That's what the Arsenal fans are calling him.
A
bit early. So yeah, he obviously big header from him. Big header from Roman Stice, who actually could have had a hat-trick of goals from corners. Those two guys stood out. And Wolves generally tend to have a good defence, very good defensively last year. So, again, one to watch out for. And both of those guys cost £5 million. So, one for the watch list. And the last two people I'm going to talk about are also fullbacks. So, you got Castagne for Leicester, new signing, played on the right, very attacking, was up there, scored from pretty much 6 yards out. So if he gets in those kind of positions, looks like there'll be more goals, more points for him. And then you've got Luca Digne as well. We know he's got a wicked delivery. Didn't do that well last year. I think just because Everton were quite flat last year.
Yo, do you know who I think Luca Digne looks like?
Who's that?
Have you seen The Grinch?
Yeah.
You know Whoville. You know the people from Whoville. They've always got that long nose.
Oh yeah. Definitely get that meme up on there.
Yeah, we'll show you guys. We'll show you what I mean.
Yeah, apart from looking like the guy in The Grinch, wicked delivery, one with a left foot, great delivery for the goal, for that DCL, big header. I think there's more to come from Digne, and they look more solid with that the new midfielders, Decore and Allen looked absolutely strong, solid in there. So those are my shots of the week.
Tim, you doing midfielders?
Yeah, so I just round it up with the midfielders. You can't look any further than Mo Salah, captain fantastic, 20 points this week, highest point scorer in the game. What more does there need to be said? This guy's incredible.
I hate him, man.
People have said, he scored 2 penalties, it's not sustainable, but we know that he takes the Liverpool penalties. We know that he's going to score them.
He shouldn't. Hey, listen, you'll get
He will always be a great pick. He's Mo Salah. That's it. End of story.
He looked very sharp as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And second goal was fantastic. He laced it into the top corner. There was no saving that. He looked sharp.
That's what he wants to be.
So moving on from absolute auto pick, if anyone doesn't have Salah in their team, what are you doing? My next pick of the week was Willian, who was very impressive on his Arsenal debut. Got 3 assists, which is outrageous, to be honest. I was surprised he started, but I was glad to see him. Another big thing from him was he hit the post from a free kick. Very encouraging signs, just the fact that he was taking free kicks. So he could be an Arsenal set piece taker. So certainly one to watch. Had a great debut. There's a lot of competition for places in that Arsenal side in those areas, but he's done himself no harm at all with that performance. Another one, who have we got in midfield? Wilfred Zaha, which is won't be on a lot of people's radars. Had a very poor season last year. Not a great price bracket at 7 million, but a key part of it is he was playing out of position. He played off the striker, so not as a left winger. He was playing as an out of position striker, so definitely one to watch.
And he's looking
we know
angry.
Palace. He looked furious. Have you ever seen a player look so mad when he's just scored a goal? So be scared of Zaha, but definitely be thinking about, do I want to get him in my team? And my final one of the week, who was very impressive this week, and I've sort of put him in here purely for that filth that he put onto Trent for his goal, is Jack Harrison. I don't want to recommend too many Leeds players because I think it was a bit of a fluke. I don't think they're going to score that many goals against, I think they will score goals, but 3 goals against Liverpool, it was against their expected goal stat. So,
do you reckon Trent should have gone?
He may as well have done. He may have got closer to him had he done that and fallen over. That's what happened. It was obscene what happened. That move, 2 touches has taken him out of the game completely and destroyed him.
Yeah, it reminded me of a younger me, to be honest, back in my school days. You know what I mean? Just plucking it out of the air.
Not sure about that. Not sure if I'd include you in my pick of the week, but Jack Harrison definitely gets into it for that performance, just for that move alone. Just for that.
Right, well, those are our picks of the week. Like we said, not necessarily the highest scoring players, not necessarily your standouts, but the players that we think performed well, kind of went under the radar a little bit, and who have high potential of getting more and more points in the coming few weeks. So yeah, we're FPL, he's on my bench. Make sure you get us on our socials, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You know the rules by now.